Yes, good afternoon, students. So let us continue our class. Yeah, see where we are left, open end and closed end. Yes, open end and closed end. I mean, free end and rigid end. This stationary wave equation, correct? Yes. So for that, yes, I'll write this. Time taking process. Strength is very less. Yes. See, students, let us suppose here one O a rigid end is there. Okay. Now one pulse we have created like this. So from this rigid support, this pulse will reflect back like this. Okay. Now this equation we will write this equation like this. Y1 is equal to A sine omega t minus kx. Whereas this equation will write Y2 is equal to A sine omega t plus kx. Nana. Are you getting? Because it is traveling in negative x-axis. It is traveling in positive x-axis. But this phase change is there, no? Due to that phase change, extra phase phi will be add up. So due to that, it will become minus. You are not able to see. Okay, why? Are you able to see, Nana? Remaining students? Aditi, she is saying that I am not able to see. Can't see what you are writing. Okay. I'll close this. Okay. Now, no. See here only. Here only I'll write. Okay, Nana. No problem. Okay, now you can see. Okay. Yes. So for open end means for free end, wave equation is written as y is equal to 2a cos kx sin omega t. Okay, this 2a cos x is called as amplitude. Okay, so amplitude of a stationary wave is 2a cos kx. Okay, now this amplitude, when it will be maximum and when it will be minimum, we need to check. Okay, now this amplitude will be maximum when kx value means cos kx value is plus or minus 1. Yes or no? When this cos kx value is equal to plus or minus 1, then it will be maximum amplitude. Okay, so cos kx is equal to plus or minus 1, when it will be either kx value is 0 means cos 0 is 1 or kx value is pi means minus 1. So when kx value is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi like that, n pi is there, then you will get kx value as means plus or minus 1. So amplitude will be maximum. Okay, and we know k is nothing but, so kx should be equal to n pi. I said okay. Now what is k? K is nothing but 2 pi by lambda. No, yes, 2 pi by lambda into x should be equal to n pi. Pi cancel. What you will get? X value should be equal to n lambda by 2. Means n is equal to 0 you keep. Means you will get 0, comma, lambda by 2, comma, lambda by 3, comma. Clear? Means 0, lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 3, 3 lambda by 3, 4 lambda by 3, like that. 3 lambda by 3, 4 lambda by 3. So at all these distances, you will get maximum amplitude. Means like this. See, one stationary wave is formed like this. One stationary wave is formed. Means this amplitude is maximum. Where? At a distance of 0, comma, lambda by 2. Again here maximum. There is a 2 lambda by 3, like that. At these distances only amplitude will be maximum. That is the meaning. Did you understand now? Clear? And where amplitude will be minimum? Amplitude will be minimum when kx value is equal to 0. Means cos kx value should be 0. That time amplitude will be, this amplitude will be minimum. For that kx value should be what? Kx value should be 90 degrees. Cos 90 is 0, no? So like that. 90 degrees, 270 degrees, like that. Means how you will get a general term 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. Keep n is equal to 0. Means start from 1. N is equal to 1. Keep n is equal to 1. What you will get, Nana? Yes, see, if you keep n is equal to 1, you will get pi by 2. Keep n is equal to 2, you will get 2 to the 4, 4 minus 1 into pi by 2. Means 3 pi by 2 you will get. Correct? Yes, see, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, you will get a kx value. Means kx, you will get a minimum amplitude at these distances. Are you getting what I am saying? Okay, this is general information. Now one more derivation is there. That time still more clear information you will get. Okay, na? Clear? And okay, I will erase this. Next, reflection at a closed end. You see, for a closed end, you will get the equation. Your equation will be y is equal to 2a sin kx cos omega t. Now amplitude will be equal to 2a sin kx for closed end. Okay. Now, when this amplitude will become maximum? When it will become maximum? When kx means sin kx value is plus or minus 1. When sin kx value is plus or minus 1, that's why that time you will get amplitude of a stationary wave as maximum. So when this will become plus 1 in sin, when sin 91, sin through 271 means when kx value is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2, you will get maximum amplitude again. Condition C for a closed end. Okay, but k value what na 2 pi by lambda, no? Yes, 2 pi by lambda into x is equal to 2n minus 1 into pi by 2. Pi cancel. You will get x is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda. This go that set. 2 to the 4. Yes. Means n is equal to 1, you keep n is equal to 1. That implies x value what na? Lambda by 4. Lambda by 4. N is equal to 2, keep x value what na? 2 to the 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 lambda by 4. Yes, see here. Lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4, 5 lambda by 4, 7 lambda by 4. Like that. 2n minus 1 into lambda by 4. At these points, you will get the maximum amplitude. Minimum amplitude where you will get, you check. Minimum amplitude you will get when sin kx is equal to 0. So, sin of theta becomes 0 at what angle? When theta is equal to, here's a mistake here. 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, like that. Means n pi. Okay, here, sorry. Here mistakes. While I am typing, by mistake, I have typed this one. You need to correct this one. Okay. So, sin of kx is equal to 0. Then kx value should be equal to 0. Sin 0 is 0, no? That's why. Clear? Means general term. kx value should be equal to n pi. But what is k? 2 pi by lambda into x should be equal to n pi. Pi cancel. You will get x is equal to n lambda by 2. Clear? Means x values means amplitude will be minimum at 0, comma, lambda by 2, comma, 2 lambda by 2, comma, 3 lambda by 2, comma, 4 lambda by 2. At these distances, you will get minimum amplitude. No, I'll take one more class. First listen this class. Later you ask questions. First listen this class. Okay. Now important points. Wherever amplitude is minimum is there, that points we call them as nodes. Remember this point. Important point. Wherever amplitude is minimum means when stationary waves are formed, like this, stationary waves will form. Okay. Stationary waves will form. Yes. Here, this point, at this point, at this point, at this point, still will be there. I am showing you only 3 loops. At these points, amplitude is minimum. So these points are called as nodes. What we call these points? We call them as nodes. What are these? Nodes. N indicates node. 0 amplitude. Okay, na? Important point. Wherever the amplitude is minimum or 0, that points are called as nodes. Okay. And from one node to another node, distance between 2 nodes is, see here, first node is at 0, second node is at a lambda by 2. Means this x indicates 0 and this distance what? Lambda by 2. Third node where? Lambda. Fourth node where? 3 lambda by 2. So distance between 2 successive nodes, how much, Nana? Distance between 2 successive nodes is how much? Lambda by 2. Important point. These are important points. You must remember this. What is a node? Node is a position of 0 displacement or minimum displacement. What is the distance between 2 successive nodes? Between 2 successive nodes, distance is lambda by 2. Here also see lambda by 2. Here also see lambda by 2. How this came from these points? Are you understanding? And these nodes are at a permanent rest position. They will not move. Only this loop will move up and down. These points, these red points are there. No, they will not move. That's why they are called as stationary waves. And what happens at nodes? At nodes, air pressure and density are high, very high. Because amplitude is minimum, air pressure will be very high. Okay, these are called as nodes. And one more point. Yes, this ink let us take. Wherever amplitude is maximum, see like this, amplitude is maximum, up or down, anywhere you take, amplitude is maximum. These points are called as antinodes. What we call these? Antinodes we call them. See, antinodes, A-N or A you can say. Okay, antinodes. You call just A, why unnecessarily, A-N. These are called as antinodes. Yes, this is antinode, this is antinode, this is antinode. Clear? What are antinodes? Antinodes are nothing but position of maximum amplitude. Points of maximum amplitude are called as antinodes. Okay. See here, antinodes where it form? First antinode is formed at a distance of lambda by 4. See here. Second antinode is formed at a distance of 3 lambda by 4 here. This distance how much, Rana? 3 lambda by 4. Third antinode where it will form? 5 lambda by 4 like this. Now, what is the distance between two antinodes? This is one antinode, this is another antinode. Distance between these two, how much, Rana? 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. How much? 2 lambda by 4 is nothing but lambda by 2. Again, distance between any two antinodes, successive antinodes is lambda by 2. Between two nodes or between two antinodes, distance is always lambda by 2. Between any two nodes or between any two antinodes, there is a fixed distance. The distance is called as lambda by 2. That is, the distance is equal to lambda by 4. Now these antinodes, air pressure and density are very low. Okay. Now one point you see, this is a node, this is the antinode. What is the distance between these two? Check. See this distance how much, Nana? Lambda by 4. Yes, this point you need to remember. Clear, students? Okay. Sorry. Okay, na? Clear? Yeah. I'll write on whiteboard so that you will understand clearly. Okay. Imagine that one stationary wave has formed like this. One stationary wave has formed like this. Let us imagine. These type of waves are called as stationary waves. So in these stationary waves, what happens, sir? At some points, means red color points, nodes are formed. These points are called as nodes. Node, node, node. This is x-axis. Okay, this is y-axis. This is representing distance x. Okay, this representing amplitude. Okay, this is what it is representing. It is representing amplitude. Okay, now the distance between any two nodes is always lambda by 2. Any two nodes you take, these two nodes or these two nodes or these two nodes, always a fixed distance will be there. Node is nothing but position of minimum amplitude. At node, pressure variation is very high. Okay, next, at some points amplitude is maximum. That points are called as antinodes. These are called as antinodes. Okay, now first antinode is at a distance of lambda by 4. Second antinode is at a distance of 3 lambda by 4. Third antinode will be at a distance of 5 lambda by 4, like this. Now between any two antinodes you take, this one antinode, this is another antinode. What is the distance between these two? That is again lambda by 2. How? See, 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4 is how much? 2 lambda by 4. That is nothing but lambda by 2. Distance between any two antinodes is also lambda by 2. And distance between node and antinode, between one node and another antinode, distance how much? Lambda by 4. Very important points. You need to remember these points. Okay, students? Clear? Okay, na? Yes. Now, next. Next point you see. See here, diagrammatical representation. See, this is maximum amplitude, antinode, and this is minimum amplitude, node. Again antinode, again node, antinode. Okay. Between any two nodes, distance is lambda by 2. Between any two antinodes also, distance is lambda by 2. But node to antinode distance is lambda by 4. Okay. Now, let us see what are the characteristics of stationary waves. Stationary waves characteristics. Yes, first point. Stationary waves can be transverse or longitudinal. They can be longitudinal or they can be transverse in nature. Okay. Stationary waves can be formed by longitudinal waves or by transverse waves. Okay. Now, second point, see, the disturbance conform to a particular region between the starting point and reflecting point of a wave. So this is the starting point, this is the reflecting point. Between these 2 points only, the disturbance will be confined. It cannot move forward beyond these 2 points. Okay, there is no forward motion of the disturbance from one particle to adjoint particle, and so beyond this particular range. The total energy associated with the stationary wave is twice the energy of each of the incident and reflected waves. So here in this loops, some total energy will be there, no? The total energy will be nothing but 2 times of energy of incident wave or reflected wave. Okay, because two waves are superposing, impose on each other. Next point, as the stationary waves nodes are permanently at rest, so no energy can be transmitted across them. So these nodes are at permanently rest position, no energy can be transmitted across them. Energy of one region means one segment. This one segment is confined in that region only. In this region only it will be there. However, this energy oscillates between the elastic potential energy and kinetic energy. Now this energy, it will oscillate in the form of potential energy and kinetic energy. But total energy remains constant, it cannot move forward. So they are called as stationary waves. The medium split up into number of segments. This total medium, it will be split up into number of segments. Each segment is vibrating up and down as a whole. As a whole, this will move up and down like this. They will move like this, up and down, but they cannot move forward. Okay, next. Next point, see important. This is important point, Nana. See, all the particles in one particular segment vibrate in same phase. See, as this is vibrating like this. Okay, these all particles of one segment are in same phase. At a time, all will move up. At a time, all will go down. It is not like SHM. One particle will one phase it will have in SHM. But in stationary waves, all the particle will move up at a time. All the particle will go down at a time. So they will be in phase always. So in particles of a particular segment vibrate in same phase. But the particle in two consecutive segments differ in phase by 180 degrees. These particles and these particles, they will have a phase difference of 180 degrees. One is moving up, another one is going down. 180 degrees phase difference will be there. Next, see 7 point. All the particles except those at nodes. The particles which are at nodes, excepting them, all the particles will execute simple harmonic motion about their mean position. Okay. Yeah. Next. Amplitude of vibration of particle varies from 0 at nodes to maximum at antinode. These amplitudes of the particles will be 0 at node and maximum at antinode. And it will change, amplitude of the particle will change. Means different particle will have different amplitudes. The particle which are at antinodes will have maximum amplitude. The particle which are at nodes will have minimum amplitude. That is the meaning. Next point, all the particle except at nodes pass their mean position twice in one time period. So all the particles, they will go up and down 2 times in one time period. Okay, this is also important point. Next, velocity of a particle while crossing the mean position varies from maximum at antinode to 0 at nodes. So velocity of a particle will be maximum at antinode and minimum at nodes. Remember this point. Next, see, in standing waves, amplitude of component waves are not equal. The resultant amplitude at node will be minimum, but it is not 0. Means y is equal to y1 minus y2 if I have written. If y1 is equal to y2, then node will be 0. If y1 is not equal to y2, then node cannot be 0, but it is minimum only. Did you understand point what I am saying? That is the meaning of 11th one. In standing waves, if amplitude of component waves are not equal, resultant amplitude at node will be minimum but not 0. Therefore, some energy will pass across nodes and waves will partially standing. Okay. Next, what are the applications of standing waves? These standing waves, they will form in vibrating strings. It means in sitar, guitars, these all things. Okay. And open organ pipe in flutes, we will produce musical sounds. No, sitar, guitar, and flute. These all things. These we will use these standing waves. Okay. Clear? Yes. Now, next. What are the difference between progressive waves and standing waves? Important, no? And but this question I have not given for your 70 questions I have said no yesterday. In that, these questions are not there, but it is important. You need to have an idea on this. So progressive waves, what they will do? They will transfer energy, but stationary waves, they cannot transfer energy. Now, in progressive waves, all the particle will have same amplitude. All the particle will go to their mean extreme position and mean position. But in stationary waves, a node and antinode, between a node and antinode, all the particle will have different amplitudes. Different particle will have different amplitudes. They cannot exit to their extreme positions. No, these questions will not come. Just for your understanding, I am explaining. Okay. Next, over one wavelength span, all the particle will have different phase. But here, all the particle will have same phase, I said. Okay. Next, no points are at rest position. Here, nodes will be at rest position. Next, all particles do not cross their mean position simultaneously. But here, simultaneously, at a time, they will pass their mean position. Once you see that loops formation, you will have an idea. Okay. Okay. So these are the characteristics of progressive stationary waves and difference between progressive waves and stationary waves. Okay. Yes. Now here comes your important derivation, but it is not given for your exam. Okay. Final exam, whatever I said, no. For that, I have not mentioned these questions because this is not completed. Okay. But it is important. Okay. How stationary waves will form on a string? 10 minutes time is there. Yes, we can finish this point also. No problem. Yes. See, you consider one, where it is. You consider one string here. See, here is one string. Okay. And this string is fixed at two positions, let us suppose. Okay. And let us suppose this string is having length L. Okay. This is fixed at two supports. Okay. One string is there. Like Veena will be there, no string. Okay. Sitar, a string will be there, no that one. Okay. Okay. Now, on the string, you just give one pluck, pulse you create. What happened? That pulse will travel in forward direction. Again, from this rigid end, it will reflect back. Means it will come like this. These both waves, they will superimpose on each other. So that a stationary wave will form. And due to that stationary wave, number of segments will form like this. Like this, number of segments. Like this, segments will form. This is how stationary waves will form, Nana. And mathematically, let us check this one. Okay. So first, what I am doing is, I am creating one pulse. That's displacement is given as y1 is equal to a sine omega t minus kx, because I am creating the pulse in forward direction of first to x-axis. Now, after reflection, pulse will come back, because this is a rigid end and it is a transverse wave. I am saying this y2 reflected wave will form minus a sine omega t minus kx. Okay. Now these two will superimpose. According to principle of superposition, you will get y is equal to y1 plus y2. Okay. Yeah. See here, I have written that point. See here, I have written that point. Okay. Yeah. I'll show you from here onwards. Yes. So now y is equal to y1 value what na a sine omega t minus kx plus y2 value what na minus a sine omega t plus kx. Now if you add these two by using the formula of sin c plus sin d, what is that formula? 2 sine c minus d by 2 cos c plus d by 2. Okay, here if you compare this one with our known equation, c is nothing but omega t minus kx and d is nothing but omega t plus kx. Substitute here, you will get 2 sine c value omega t minus kx minus of this minus omega t minus kx. by 2 and into cos again c plus d means omega t minus kx plus omega t plus kx by 2. Okay, yeah. C plus omega t minus omega t cancel here. Here plus kx minus kx cancel. What you left? You left 2 sine minus kx minus kx minus 2 kx. Okay, minus 2 kx by 2. And here cos omega t plus omega t 2 omega t by 2. Okay, 2 cancel, 2 cancel. You will get this minus will come outside. You will get minus 2 sine kx cos omega t. Okay, this minus represent the wave is traveling in negative x-axis. So minus you remove, you will get 2a sine kx cos omega t. See this one. 2a means amplitude is there, no? Yes, 2a sine kx cos omega t. Okay, so like this one stationary wave will form whenever one string which is fixed at both the ends, if you pluck it like this one stationary wave will form. Okay, now once you clearly listen, Nana. Now for that stationary wave, okay, yes, for this stationary wave, here stationary wave, whatever you have created pulse, what happened, Nana? First starting point, these both segments will start from 0, means here definitely node should form. And here also what should form? Here also again here also node should form, means at the both the ends node should be there. Node means minimum displacement should be there at both the ends. Are you getting, students? Minimum displacement should be there at both the ends. Okay, now let us satisfy that condition. Okay, now in this what is the amplitude, Nana? Amplitude is 2a sin kx. Okay, now first point, when x is equal to 0, this is distance, Nana. When x is equal to 0 and x is equal to total length of the string is L, and x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L, what should form? Node should be there, be present. Node should be present means what? Amplitude should be 0, means 2a sin kx should be 0. When it will become 0? Sin kx is 0. When sin kx is 0? When kx value is 0D, 0, or 90, or 270, like this. That time amplitude will be 0. Clear? Okay. Yeah. Now, before that one, directly substitute x is equal to 0, no? Substitute x is equal to 0, everything will become 0. Amplitude will be 0. Means no need to satisfy this condition. Are you getting? Now, at x is equal to L. Now, at x is equal to L, you see. At x is equal to L. What should happen? Amplitude should become 0 again. Means 2a sin k into x value L should be equal to 0. When it will happen? Sin KL should be equal to 0. When it will happen? When KL value is 0. Okay. Sin 0, 0. Sin 180, 0. So sin 90 is 1, no? Yes. Sin 360, 0. Like that, n pi. Means K value general solution is n pi. But what is K? 2 pi by lambda. Should be equal to n pi. Pi cancel. Clear? Yes. You will get L. L is equal to n lambda by 2. See here, this point. Means you will get nodes when the distance of a string is n lambda by 2. Now, n is equal to 0 you keep. L is equal to 0. n is equal to 1 you keep. L value what nana? Lambda by 2. Are you getting? Means now when n is equal to 1, 2, 3 corresponding to first, second and third mode of vibration, we call that one. Okay. Now see, for example, now these segments, how many number of segments are forming, that depends upon the length of the string nana. If you consider length of the string is this much, such that if you pluck at the middle, only one segment has formed. Let us suppose. How many segments are formed? One segment has formed. Means n is equal to 1, nana. How many? 1. Means how many loops are formed? One loop has formed. Means n value should be equal to 1. Are you getting? Yes. Now for n is equal to 1, here substitute. For n is equal to 1, wavelength corresponding to that will be called as lambda 1, nana. Let lambda 1 be the wavelength of first standing wave setup. Then n is equal to 1. Then L value what, nana? Lambda by 2. Substitute in this. Then lambda 1 is what? 2L. Now due to the, what will be the frequency? We know frequency is equal to V is equal to F lambda. Then F is equal to V by lambda. Then F1 is equal to V by lambda 1. See, V by lambda 1. But lambda 1 value what? 2L. Means this frequency is called as fundamental frequency or first harmonic. So when a string is fixed at both the ends and it is plucked in a first loop, first mode of vibration, then it will vibrate with the frequency of V by 2L.